Hi guys! This video was supposed to be something else. Let me put in a clip. Hi guys! This video is gonna be a little bit different. Even Betsy agrees with me, this is gonna be a little bit different. So, I help a lot of people out, and as you can see, my entire house is one giant mess. And I'm not proud of this. I just cut that watermelon up, so do not judge me. But my house is one giant mess. And it frustrates me. But the reason why it's a mess is because I am constantly, and I do mean constantly, helping other people. Sorry for shaking. So, I need an innovation. I need 10 of me to help doing all the stuff and help fixing things around here. Unfortunately, I don't have that. Sorry for the sound. I do not have 10 of me. But what I do have is a couple of good connections. You might know Tamar Pierce. She's an author, and she have a friend called Noma Salmaling. Anyone know who that is? If you do not comment it. She contacted him, asked if he could give me a helping hand, and he approved on one condition. Actually, two conditions. One, after using that kind of stuff will always have a consequence. I have to be aware about that, and I fully accept that. The second one is that I will only have it for a week, and I can come and get it when my other things shows up. What other things? Well, do anyone know about Temu? T-E-M-U. Temu. Temu is a big shop thing for me here in this house, because you get a lot of stuff for a lot of cheap money, and it's decent and great. Sometimes a little bit confusing because of the images, but in my cases it's usually because I don't read the fine text. If you do that, you probably get out of those situations. But in Temu you can get a lot of stuff. You can get art supplies of all different styles. These dies, if I had to buy these here in Denmark, I would probably have to pay about 250 for these. I think I bought them for 25, and it is the same quality as the one I can buy here in Denmark. The thing about Temu is you cut out 2 to 5 different suppliers that also need to get something on top of the original price. So if the original price is 10, then the next one that has to sell needs to have 10%, so they put 1 krone on top of that. Then the next supplier needs to earn some of that. They have to put 1 krone on top of that, which is 10%. That's 1 point something on top of that. So now we are 12 point something. Next one repeats the process. Now think about it, is it's an item that originally cost 500. A 500 item would usually be something like one of the newest phones or a big tablet or big machinery. Then the suppliers will still have to have 10%, 10%, 10%. So that's when it runs up. By going straight to Temu, you cut off all of those extra suppliers and you just get Temu. However, Temu do have links where they collaborate, where you get free things. If I go into Temu now on my phone, which I'm filming from, I will get one or two campaigns where I'll get free stuff or 50 to 80% off, or get it to 0.01 øre in Danish kroner. There's so many different things you can get. The last 3 times I have been getting 8 things for free, but you have to buy for 480 kroner, which is not bad. So you get the 8 things for free, and then you have to pick whatever things you want. So you can pick one item to small 500, or you can pick 10 small items that you really want and get it up to that 480. You can pick more than one item of those last things. Yeah, Temu is an amazing place to shop. I have been getting a lot of stuff from there. But what I'm trying to say is I ordered some things and they're not going to show up just yet. So when those things comes and I have them in house, I'm going to contact Tamara Pierce and she's going to get me in contact with Nomads Malling, and we are going to hit this off. So it will just be a second for you guys, but it might be a couple of weeks for me. So stay tuned. Yeah. And then I went around and took pictures of everything ending with a. Because the plan were, if you don't know Tamara Pierce, she is a writer. Very, very good amount of series of books from Total. And Nomads Malling is one of her characters. I want to clear that up. So my idea was to use that to have her write to Noma, give me an apple. I actually have the apples in the the cooler. I was gonna eat an apple, but a note says, eat this apple, you will have 24 hours of magic in your hands, or something like that, to fix whatever you need. But do not misuse it. Like, go and do something you should be getting into prison for something like that. So my plan was to clap and the room would be fixed. Unfortunately, I don't know if you can hear in the background, I have had for the last few days, probably last week, I've had these guys cutting down trees behind the house, which means I can't film when it's good lighting that fits with when I filmed the original clips. On top of that, I have been very, very busy at work, and this too, from the garden. So thanks to a farmer and his machinery, we managed to get all this done. And he's gonna come up tomorrow morning and help plan this a little bit more out and then I can get started on stones. Yeah, I not only had my neighbor on the other side help dig up the root, I had the farmer on the corner to help move the dirt, which was the clip you saw. I know. Hi, Anton. So I did all the work to end up with not being able to film the ending clips. So I'm just gonna show you guys what is going on here. Isn't that right, Anton? Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Come on. So the plan is for this entire house to be a little bit more moving around, more structural in comparison to where things are, where they're supposed to be, and where it's meant for being used, and then get some extra things in. So let's go. So as you can see, it's a lot more clean than last time you saw it, except for the bathroom. I'm still washing clothes, but at least it's more cleaned up. And the biggest thing, I have a carpet. I have a carpet. And some boxes, as you remember, that was filled with boxes here, here and here. They are out. I got a new mattress, and that kind of stuff. I just need to fix my... Yeah, I know those need to be washed, but I don't want to deal with that now. I do need to get the last of my clothing washed, so I can... get all that put away. And as I start filming, that's what happens. What do you think, Betsy? Still the same mess, but at least there's a little bit more control over it now. Still need to wash all of this. This is pretty much the same. I just cleaned out a few things. And this. See something different? Yeah, the couch got turned. I got all the boxes, almost all the boxes in here that I need to do and finish. And last but not, actually that one got pushed back, so it's easier for me to get in. And last but not least, things got into the basement, and some things has not been put in the basement yet, and other things are staying out here because I need it. But at least it's a little bit more organized than it was last. So I need to put that into bags and into the basement. Those boxes beneath that and the boxes over here behind are all for the Christmas markets and markets I go to. This is also for the market. And underneath is still the lawnmower that I have not done with. Oh yeah. And I'm still dealing with that too. And I'm still dealing with the stones I haven't put in the garden. And the stones I need to put back over there. And on top of that, this is sponsor gifts. I already got sponsor papers. I got those last weekend. I just haven't been able to do much about it. I got a little bit, but not much. I sent out a lot of emails today. Ow. And I'm exhausted. I am getting ready to get stuff ready for the weekend. My brain is a fog right now. So this weekend I am going to get together with my old school, and that will be Sunday. So I'd like to get this edited and up before that, so I can have the weekend to relax, because it has been a little bit too long for my idea for having videos up. I do know we got a couple of new subscribers, so thank you for that. I'm very happy. And what do I need to finish in this house? Well, here's the thing. I haven't touched cards since I was down taking care of Laura's place when I had my 14 days off, which I technically didn't have off because I was helping her son. I was helping her. I was helping 2 neighbors up here, and I was helping at my old work. Out of those 14 days, I only had 2 days where I wasn't helping anyone else. One of them I was sitting on my backside and making cards and relaxing. The other one I was cleaning her house, because that was the same day I was going to leave. So technically I wasn't relaxing, only one day. And I can feel that because I haven't gotten the rest I need. Which brings me to a small meltdown I had, and brought me to make some calls explaining my situation and how I feel about it and how I feel about the situation and where I see myself going from here. The person I talked to said that she understands that and I can always do what I ask, but that doesn't mean it's going to be approved. What it means is I was talking about going on an early retirement because of a lot of stuff. And I don't want to go on retirement, but I don't want to, when I finally retire, I have to lay in bed all day because I can't even get out of bed. That was my main reason. And currently I'm feeling like I can't even get out of bed because of me always helping people. And trust me, I am not even done helping her son out move up here. We still have, I believe he said 8 loads of moving for his furniture and all the other stuff down there. But what really destroyed my body were all the stones we have been getting. And what do I mean about stones? Well, the house he is building, he's gonna fix up, and he needed stone, he needed wood, he needed different type of things. And we have been out getting it where we get it for free. That means hard labor work. Yeah, lucky for me, we could borrow Laura's husband's boogie trailer, so we could drag a lot more. However, I think that guy is cursed, because every single time he was in the car with me, something was about to go wrong or something went wrong. I was going to drive for him, something wrong. I backed up into a metal fence that was lower than my rear view mirrors in the side, or side mirrors, so I couldn't see it. Destroyed the back bumper on my car. He managed to fix it after a few animals run out in front of us. I'm not going to say how big they were, but a few. Only one I hit because it was too close and I couldn't stop it. So that was the front bumper. And I just got my car serviced. And then the warning service lamp started blinking, and I'm just, you know what, I don't want to deal with this right now. One thing after another, and then I had days where I could barely walk, so I had to spend days in the water park like I used to, just to reset my entire body. I really need to get back to that, which then got me into looking into a fat suction operation. Here in Denmark that would cost about 280,000. Not gonna happen. Then it would be, then they suggested that I get a sleeve, not sleeve, the one where they cut away 2/3 of the stomach sac. And I'm approved 2 places for that already, plus Denmark, but I couldn't lose the 15 kilos I was supposed to lose, so I got taken off that list. But 2 other places approved of me. I need to find 35 to 40,000 to get that operation. When I get that operation, I will film as much as I can and put it up. I promise you that. So that's not, and I won't go graphic, because I know I get from one of the places I get a CD with the entire inside operation with the camera inside of me, and I am not gonna show that unless I get in big enough on YouTube that I can, because then I will have to charge for that, because that's not something anyone should see unless they really want to. But I might have to charge for that one, or put some kind of limit on it. So that's a coming up thing. On top of, I got all this, and it has really been nagging at me. I haven't been able to film all this, and I really, to be honest, I do not like cleaning. And you may think, Henry, you cleaned for 7 years at that place. Why do you not like cleaning? It had nothing to do with that. It has something to do with the houses. So this house is a very old house. It's filled with spiders and all cracked. Doesn't matter how much I clean it, the spiders will still make web that will collect dust and then will look not clean, because I can see them before they hit the dust, because of the way the lights come in. So it will always look like it haven't been clean. And with 3 cats doing that simple thing where you put something on the table and they go ding. So yeah, they do that with everything. If I put something up, they will tip it over. It doesn't matter if it is a basket or it is a stack of paper. They will jump on top of it and let it fly, and then I can redo all the work. I don't dislike cats, but that is the cat's nature, to be mischievous. Mischievous. Be funny. And I don't have the energy for that extra cleaning. So I just live in a dump, as some would call it. I call it selected organization, lack of cleaning time. I clean whatever that's necessary. When I get tired out, I will take a clean day. I will do whatever I can to clean, and I don't care if I don't get into the corners, to be honest, because when I finally move furniture around, I will vacuum behind them and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I do select cleaning. That's a good word for it. But I finally, with this video, got this house shown like I wanted to do. I've been trying to do for the last 2 weeks. Didn't work out. So I hope you guys enjoy. It wasn't a magic thing I really want to do, but I guess maybe everyone has a little bit of magic in it. Let's see. Can I end this video with a clap?